Hi, as you can probably guess, today's subject is meditation. In Find Your Secret Key, meditation is an important thing in our daily life. Meditation, if well understood correctly, can give great peace of mind and energy. This is very important. So, what do we understand? What is our understanding of meditation in Find Your Secret Keys? I want to talk a little bit about today. Just a quick video, because meditation, to be honest, we don't need to talk too much about. It's a simple thing. In the mornings or in the evenings, whenever you have time, a little bit, you can just find a quiet place and sit down quietly. There is no method you need to apply, but rather just silently sitting. That's it. And what you can do, of course, is when you sit down so silently, quietly, what I would suggest, because this is really a subject which you can't give much suggestions, methods, techniques, anything. Meditation is the silencing of the mind, and no method, no technique can silence the mind. It is not possible. But just finding a quiet place and sitting, especially in the mornings before the day begins. If you can just sit down 10 minutes every day, at the beginning you won't understand anything, but if you continue for a while, probably a few weeks or a few months, you will begin to realize the difference it makes. First of all, generally we are in a rush in the mornings to go to the job or whatever you want to do, but generally we are in a rush. So we can just wake up 10 minutes earlier and just sit down. When we so sit down, then somehow that rush, which is time, entering into the present moment, stops. Rush means future, time. I am rushing because I have to go to the future. That is what rush means. But sitting quietly in the mornings, meditating, just quietly, that 10 minutes is the ending of rush. And this will have an effect for sure in your day. And after a few months, as I said, if you do this every day, you might ask what is the meaning, because you just sit down quietly. You will see the meaning after a few months. You will see in your daily life, when you meditate this way, your mind will be more quiet, and you will feel more peaceful. You will begin to live more in the present moment. That 10 minutes in the morning is a passage naturally will be made to enter into the present moment. So it just helps a little bit. It is not the only way, of course. There are many other things as we will talk about, but this is part of meditation, I would say. What I would suggest is basically do nothing. When you sit down, inwardly nothing. Let all the thoughts flow. Don't control. Don't try to stop. Don't try to silence the mind, because who is trying to silence the mind is a part of thought. Again, you, the self, the ego, says, I must stop my thoughts. But that's conflict. Thought wants to flower. It wants to come. It has a story to tell you. But then you suppress it. You want to stop it by controlling or by methods. Same thing. Don't control thought. Let it flower in freedom. Right? And just if you can, as I said, inwardly do nothing. If thought wants to come, let it come. If feelings want to flower, let them flower. But you, as the self, as the me, as the ego, don't interfere. In the sense, die. Like jump off an inward cliff, psychologically. Like you don't exist anymore. The me, the body is meditating, right? It's sitting quietly. But in the mind, you, the me, can it die totally, come to an end. My husband, my children, my wife, whatever, right? Everything, my business, my future, my past, can it all come to an end for 10 minutes is quite a long time. If you can end for 10 minutes, you become a Buddha, basically. I'm just joking, but this is what happens. Just a moment, a single second, can you end totally. So nothing of you exists. What happens then? Then there is nothing in the mind, empty of you, with your problems, with your conflicts, with your future, with your success or failure. Everything about your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. Everything ends. Then the mind is empty. There is nothing. That emptiness is the beginning of meditation. Right? And there is energy coming in now. And that through that emptiness, energy, life energy, will come. So that emptiness is very important for meditation. But if there is any sense of you, the me, trying to apply a method of the gurus, repetition of the certain mantras, what happens? It's thought, which is you, the me, is still struggling. Not in daily life now, daily life struggling finished, but so-called spiritual life, meditation struggling. Want to achieve something, peace, bliss, happiness, but it's a struggle. Because the mind wants to talk. Thought wants to come out. Let it flow. Don't control. Don't stop. Only in freedom, thinking can come to an end. First, slow down. Give it freedom. Let it flower. Don't control. It will slow down. Thinking mechanism, the machinery. Then, after a certain point in that freedom, it will totally come to an end. That ending will bring silence to the mind. And this is meditation. This is true meditation. So no methods, nothing. Every morning, just sit down quietly. Right? A quiet place. Just sit. Let thoughts flower. Right? Whatever. Let it come. It might be painful things. Fear of future. But let it flower. Don't, as the me, as the you, don't interfere to stop it. To run away from it. Let it flower. You see, it's not, you will see if you do it, it is not very easy, to be honest. For us, it's so difficult to sit quietly, even for a minute. We have to do something. In daily life, my mobile phone, Facebook, TV, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, or if I want to do so-called meditation, again, do something, a method, breathing, technique, consciousness. Meaning, can we stay without doing anything, nothing psychologically for a minute? Nothing. If we can, then the mind will start emptying itself. If there is no me, if the me stops all its activities, if I die for a minute, for a second, in the sense psychologically end, not physical death, of course, psychologically, with all my everything, my jealousy, my comparison of myself with the others, with my friend, my hatred, my future, business, ambition, fear, all of them. can I come to an end for just a second? If I can come to an end psychologically for just a second, at that second the mind is totally empty, there is nothing, and therefore there is energy. The mind touches the source of energy, which you might call also joy. But that is the only way. So just do nothing. Sit down. If you can do it for a minute for the beginning, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. But if you continue, you will see. In a few months, you will be able to sit down more and more. And you will realize its effect in your daily life, like the waves of the sea. More and more it will come, but it will come in such a subtle way. You will realize in certain moments its effects in your daily life, the peace it brings to you in your life. Try a few months and see. It is not a thing you will do for a day or 2 days, 3 days, play with it, and then say, okay, this doesn't work. But just do it. This is just a part, very little part of meditation. But it has certain effects, so try. Of course, meditation, what we mean by meditation is another deeper subject, understanding ourselves, because also emptying the mind implies understanding the mind. Without understanding the mind, it's not very easy to empty. So what we say, sit down in the mornings and see if you can end, is a good thing if you can. But by itself, it's not the answer, because okay, I sit down in meditation, but I enter into my daily life later on. I will have my jealousies, my comparison with the other, my ambitions. So daily life, this peace I have in the morning will have its effect, but I must go further. It is not enough. Understand myself and grow more and more inward, like a flower. This is basically a never-ending journey. There is no end. Learn more. And so this you can do in the mornings, and in daytime learn about yourself. This is meditation as a whole. Okay? So this is for today. This is enough meditation. I just wanted to make something quick. So this can be very practical in your daily life. Something practical, so you can use this and try and see. I guess this is enough for today, and hope to see you soon again. Goodbye.